Colder feel for Thanksgiving. If you haven't heard, we're going to get this big cold front moving in, so you'll want to think about jackets, maybe a layer or two if you have to be outside. Back to the 80s tomorrow and Tuesday. You can probably crank up that AC at some point in the next couple of days because we're back into the 80s both days. Few storms on Tuesday. I was showing you a couple could be strong north of the lake. Not a huge severe risk, but something we'll just watch. Not everyone is going to get rain, by the way, and then it gets much colder for both Thanksgiving Day and Friday, and then we're back into the 70s for next weekend. Right now we're at 62 in New Orleans. Pretty look outside. Our temperatures north in the 50s and south mostly in the lower 60s. And here's that front that passed through and brought us that pleasant weather today. It was not as warm as the past 2 days when we were in the middle 80s. Today our high was 75 at the airport, so for a lot of people very comfortable, but the average at this point in the year is 69, so we were well above that. Our severe outlook I was talking about for Tuesday, level 1 north of the lake. So that means maybe 1 or 2 storms could bring some high wind gusts, something like that. But let me show you how spotty the rain will actually be when it does come through, or this is what our model is showing. Our precision cast is showing moving through the day on Monday. This is by 3 p.m. tomorrow. We actually do have a chance of a couple of showers tomorrow. I kept it near 20%, but you can see most of the rain will still be out to the north. Now this is very early Tuesday morning, so before sunrise, here's some rougher storms, but staying north of us, really more toward Jackson, Mississippi. And here we are in South Louisiana and our coastal Mississippi spots with just some spotty rain. 8 a.m. on Tuesday. Here are a few small spotty showers and storms. But this is not an all-day thing. 11 o'clock, we're looking mainly dry. The line kind of fizzles this far south, and we start to see breaks all the way toward 4 p.m., maybe a stray shower by then, and then we're pretty much finished, it looks like, by Tuesday afternoon and evening. And then we turn our attention to the cooler air that starts to filter in. First, our front on Wednesday, and then another reinforcing shot of this drier, cooler air from the north during the day on Wednesday. So Wednesday will be cooler, but the real chill is going to settle in, it looks like, Thanksgiving and into Friday. Now, we've been in drought conditions or abnormally dry conditions lately for a long time. Pretty dry spell, long dry spell we've been in, but off to our north is where they're going to pick up a couple of inches of rain over toward North Texas. Here we are in the greens for our 5-day rain outlook. We're talking about less than a quarter inch. And in fact, for a lot of us, I think it'll be much less than a quarter inch, as not everyone will see rain at all. So just a heads up, you could get a little help from the drought, but it is not looking very promising, at least for the next week or so. Early next week, we will see if we can bring that rain chance up a bit. Right now, though, we're looking for lows tonight. 50s north, 60 or so south of the lake. Could see a couple of upper 40s sneak in farther north of Lake Pontchartrain. And then tomorrow, 81 for the high. As you saw, that front that's to our south right now just surges right back north as a warm front. Skipping ahead to Thanksgiving, 40s for the morning, 60s for the afternoon, bright sunshine, a cooler feel, little movement to the air. It could feel breezy at times, up to about maybe 10, 12 mile per hour winds from the northeast. So certainly a different feel on Thanksgiving. And then Friday morning looks like the coldest of the stretch. We could have upper 30s north, 40s south of the lake. So we'll be close to the frost range on the North Shore Friday morning. I don't have us quite there yet, but we will see. We'll monitor our model outputs and see how everything shapes up over the next few days. But I would plan for some upper 30s to about 40 north, 40s south of Lake Pontchartrain, and highs Friday in the 60s too. So you can bust out your holiday Thanksgiving kind of look for 2 days, and then we're back into the 70s Saturday and Sunday. Keep your eye on that rain chance late next weekend, by the way. Our models, at least one, the GFS showing more rain around Sunday, maybe into Monday next week. The Euro is backing off a bit and only has a few spotty showers. But if it does pan out that we do get more rain, of course, that would help us with the drought.